Sojourner Truth was born into slavery in 1797 as Isabella Baumfree in New York State. She lived the hard life typical of a slave. She was bought and sold 4 times, subjected to hard physical labor and violent punishments. She had 5 children with another enslaved man. In 1827, a year before New York passed a law freeing its enslaved people, she escaped with her youngest child to a home of an abolitionist family who lived nearby. This family bought her freedom for $20 and helped her successfully sue to have her 5-year-old son returned to her, who had been illegally sold into slavery in Alabama. Truth moved to New York City, where she worked for a local minister. She experienced a religious conversion, believing that the Spirit called upon her to preach the truth, and she changed her name to Sojourner Truth. She was heavily involved in the abolitionist movement, the temperance movement, and the women's movement, working closely with the leaders of those movements. She was a charismatic speaker and used her voice to speak about the evils of slavery, bringing great attention to the abolitionist cause. She is famous for her "Ain't I a Woman" speech, which drew attention to the hypocrisy of how men supposedly viewed and treated women. Here are a couple quick excerpts from her speech. "That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. Ain't I a woman? Then that little man in black there, he says women can't have as much rights as men 'cause Christ wasn't a woman. Where did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him." Truth spent her entire life fighting for abolition, women's rights, and civil rights. She traveled the country giving speeches. She helped enslaved people escape to freedom. She urged young men to fight for the Union in the Civil War. After the war, she worked with the Freedmen's Bureau, helping formerly enslaved people find jobs. She lobbied against segregation and supported civil rights causes.